Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Sotto som chiede con so beppa con so felino. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason.
Yo, let's get it started. I'm Jason. That's Ben. I'm not sitting in my late model Pathfinder anymore. I'm back in the basement where I belong, where the winning happens. Doing the show on remote wasn't good. Wasn't good karma. Wasn't good mojo. Didn't work out for us. It's going to happen sometimes. I'm cutting back on college football, Beltway Ben. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely.
I'm not. I had a good day.
Good for you. I'm cutting back on college football a little bit here. I got enough things that I'm crushing to work on. Tough day in the EPL. But what we really do best around here is sink our teeth into NFL plays, and we make sweet hoodies. Yeah. They're here. 3 for you. 3 coming your way tomorrow, Beltway Ben. So, yeah, look, we do this every day, 7 days a week. First, second, third down, 3 favorite bets that Ben and I have made since yesterday's show. Fourth and long is really fourth and short, ways to get you paid quickly. Overtime, it's football season. We have a football parlay for you 7 days a week. We used to do Survivor and overtime. Put it on me. I made the case for the Falcons. Ben said, okay. Ben wanted Kansas City. Probably should have done Kansas City. If I was still alive in Survivor, I'd take the Houston Texans today. Beltway Ben, we are transparent here. Let the people know how we've done for the year and how we've done, how we did last night. Jeez, whiz. I gotta get it bounced back. That's all right. It's time for the NFL. It's time for me to bounce back. The Service Academies let me down. Navy had 500 yards of offense. Navy also had 100 yards in penalties and somehow only scored 3 times, despite absolutely dominating that game. Could not cover. Tough day in the EPL for me. Onward and upward. Beltway Ben, however, you are hot, and that's the beauty of this show.
Yeah, very, very good day. Jason, what does the back of your sweatshirt say? It says F corporate lines, right? Yeah, F corporate lines. So if we would have played the corporate line, we would have played Tennessee at 7.5 and ended up losing. They won by 7. We take it to 6.5. I thought they'd win regular, but it went to overtime, and it definitely was sweaty. It was fun to watch, but I mean, it wasn't the sweat that you love. But they cover 6.5 because of how rules are, and we took it up to 6.5 because I said I thought they win by at least a touchdown. We also had them on a parlay. We cashed a bunch of different bets through there, and then we also had great play. Southern Miss first half. I mean, that was never in doubt. They were awesome. My guy, Coach Huff, with a good showing there. So a lot of good yesterday from us. We did have one loss, the parlay, and it was only a plus money. I think we had maybe 1 or 2, but the plus money loss, which was awful. Penn State on the money line. I just never bet against people you don't like. And I did it with James Franklin. He's a choker, and he showed.
Yeah, that I tried to tell you on that one.
What?
Huh?
No, what do you mean you tried to tell me? No, you didn't.
Like, are you sure, James? You sure you went back Penn State? We talked about it off air. We talked about it in the studio.
You didn't tell me you were okay. All right.
He's a dog. He stinks. He can't be top 10 team.
He absolutely did. We didn't, but you didn't. So did you play Oregon?
No, I did not. I didn't play that game, but I would have played Oregon. There's our Discord. You can get all our picks in real time, along with our buddy Eric Casillas, who's with us every Monday right here on Wanna Bet. All right, let's go. Lot to get to here, Beltway Ben. First down. What you got?
First down. I'm going to go with pretty simple play here. Passing attempts. And Jalen Hurts over 26.5. I think they're going. Tampa Bay has one of the best run defenses in the NFL. When you look at it, this is on the road. I think Hurts is going to have to throw the ball a little bit here. And it might be an ugly game, but again, with attempts, I don't have to worry about completions. I don't have to worry about yards if we're late in a game and we need 50 yards. All we might need is three passing attempts. He throws 2 balls away and completes 1. We cash that. So a lot of times when I think somebody whether I think they're going to throw for a ton of yards or not, I'll take passing attempts, especially in a matchup like this where it's a tight spread. I do lean Philly, but again, I don't know that they could be down. They could be playing from behind. They could have, 2 drives. I love first half, end of first half drives because we steal passing attempts there. And I also love end of game, especially playing from 2 scores down. That's always possible. So I do like Jalen Hurts to go over 26.5 passing attempts.
First down for me, taking the Chiefs on the money line. Chiefs have the Ravens number. A lot of people were on the Ravens publicly when they hosted the Chiefs in a championship game. I told people from my employer at the time, Chiefs money line is the only way to play that, even on the road at Baltimore, in a year where Baltimore, to some people, seemed like the better team. The public is all over Baltimore here. Spags has Lamar Jackson's number. Mahomes is 5-1 against Lamar Jackson in his career. Mahomes averages over 330 yards and 72% completions against the Ravens. And this Ravens defense is without Nnamdi Madubuike, the best player on their defense. They're without Kyle Van Noy, their best pass rusher. They've got a rookie free safety. They've got a rookie weak side linebacker. They can't get Kyle Hamilton activated the way he needs to be activated. They got all the corners in the world. None of them make plays on the ball. I think they're in trouble here. We talked about Pacheco earlier in the week. There's going to be the ability to run the ball up the gut against this Ravens defense. Chiefs have the better kicker. Chiefs have the home field advantage. And I think the Ravens right now, Derrick Henry, Father Time, might be creeping up on him just a little bit. Right side of the Ravens offensive line is in a little bit of disrepair right now. Lamar Jackson himself has said the Chiefs might be our kryptonite. I like the Chiefs to get to 2-2 here. The Baltimore Ravens, to me, are an overvalued, overhyped football team right now. And they're one of the worst fourth quarter defenses in the NFL for the last 3 years, which I guess the Chiefs team at home, where they play a lot of one-score games, could be a problem. I think there's a lot of value on Chiefs money line. Second down, Ben.
Second down, I'm going to go to Monday night. And we'll take Evan Ingram. This was a big play for me, a big futures play during July when we were talking about it. I like him over 17.5 receiving yards. If you would have told me, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, that I would be able to get him at 17.5 receiving yards in a game, I would have told you were crazy. But here we are. Bo Nix has been awful. There's no other way to put it. Has not been good. The offense hasn't been good. And Evan Ingram, quite honestly, hasn't been good. He hasn't been doing much. He's also been hurt, dealing with some injuries. He's been banged up. But he's back here this week. And this is one catch for him. Like, this is one catch for a guy that can make, a lot of plays after the catch. And when you look at the matchup, Cincinnati, I will attack tight ends with them every single time we get a chance. And here, you're giving me 17.5. I feel like this is a super low number for a guy that can do it and has done it in the past. If not Monday night, I don't know when it will happen. So I'm going over 17.5, a simple play. And I know we're looking ahead, but I don't know that we'll find 17.5 tomorrow.
Yeah, I am. I do like both these Monday night games. Have a lot of plays on them up in the Discord now. We'll talk about them tomorrow. Second down for me. Give me 49ers money line and McCaffrey 30 or more receiving yards. I played this earlier in the week at higher numbers when it still looked like it might be Mac Jones. I've lowered McCaffrey receiving yards here. Maybe I don't even need to. Like, it's still Purdy coming back from injury. It's still Purdy without Kittle, who's been a security blanket. It's Purdy without Ayuk. Pearsall's a little dinged up. I think it still could be a plethora, to use Greg Roman's favorite term, a plethora of options of targets for McCaffrey. What's he done in the receiving game so far this year? He's had 32 targets already. Now, I get it. Not all with Purdy. 9 for 73, 6 for 52, 10 for 88. Jacksonville's defensive numbers, to me, are skewed and fugazi because they haven't played anybody yet. McCaffrey knows how to get yak. McCaffrey knows how to find holes in zone and just find the ability to get himself into space where he can create explosives. They're running the offense through him right now. And look, even without Bosa, I just think San Francisco wins this game. They're a better team than Jacksonville. They have a better coach than Jacksonville. Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence are not on the same page. He doesn't have a lot of wins in that passing game right now. Who can he throw to where it's an automatic win? I don't see that. Oh boy. Third down, Beltway Ben.
Do we have you? We got you now?
I'm here. I don't know why it does this down here.
All right, well, we got you now. Third down. This is rare. We talk about this on the show a lot. Ashton Jonty is just regular rushing yards. We're making a 2-unit play.
Wow. Whale play. That's 2 units.
2-unit play. 2-unit play. Ashton Jonty over 66.5 rushing yards. Really love this play here. And when you look at the matchup for him today, it's the Bears, and you're going to have to wait until 4 p.m. This is a 4 p.m. kickoff. But look at what the run defense has done this year. Javonte Williams, 10 for 76 last week. Miles Sanders, 9 for 41. Jahmyr Gibbs, 12 for 94. David Montgomery, 11 for 57. Jordan Mason, 15 for 68. And when you look at most of, like, I've read 2 running backs in 2 different games, but Zamir White isn't forcing his way on the field. I think he's got 7 carries this year, maybe that. So I don't think we're going to have to be worried about him. This is, like, Jonty has not gone over this yet, but they're trying. 17 carries, 19 carries, 11 carries. 47 carries on the year. This is the Bears defense. It's bottom 8 in EPA against the run. I think he's going to have a big day, and we still haven't seen that home run for him. So I do think today we have a big run. I do like his touchdown, but it's priced kind of crazy at minus 125, minus 150 in some places. So I'm just going with him over the rushing yards, minus 110. Again, it's a 2-unit play because I think this Bears run defense for Vegas, like Geno, it's fun when it's working, but I haven't seen, like, it needs to slow down a little bit. I mean, he's hurting them. He's hurt them in a few games. And here you want to get the rookie going. So I like Jonty over 66.5 rushing yards.
Geno playing at home this week. You know what that means. I am on Geno to throw a pick.
I was going to say.
I'm on it. Didn't crack the code here, and it had a lot of opportunities because we're going triple overtime today, folks. Unprecedented, but Geno's still left on the cutting room floor. Third down, I'm going to keep riding this trend until it F's me. Why do I like kicking props so much in Titans games? Well, the Titans have played 3 football games, Beltway Ben. There have been 19 field goals attempted in those 3 games and 16 made. It's between the 2 teams. Why? Because the Titans don't have an offensive coordinator. They don't have a head coach. Cam Ward's in terrible hands. The defense occasionally gives them short fields, and they'll try Joey Sly from 65 on in. Joey Sly, come on down. He's got 10 made already. Houston, no offensive coordinator, shitty offensive staff. They've got 0 red zone touchdowns all year. And Tennessee can be a little bendy, don't breaky on defense, but Houston doesn't have it going in the red zone at all, and they're also not getting explosives to score from outside the red zone. They'll take 3. If D'Amico Ryans has to win this game 9-7, he will try to win this game 9-7. Houston has to win this game at home. They have to take points when it's there because Stroud is regressing and the offensive line still sucks. So I'm looking at 2 bad red zone offenses, one of the best defenses in the league in the Texans, a Titans defense that's certainly better than its offense, and 2 teams that will play for 3. So we're going to take the total up to 44.5. Texans are dead under team right now. And I like there to be 4 field goals in this game. And again, we're in a dome. We don't have to worry about, any of that stuff when it comes to the kicking game. 4th and long is not really 4th and long. It's 4th and short. Yesterday I went 2 short and I went the first 3 over. Shame on me. Jake Irvin waited till the 4th inning to give up the 2-run homers, right? And then part of me is like, well, I should have just laddered it and done it under 5. But I think it was stuck at 4 runs through 5. So we just missed the over 3. It wasn't going to be enough to get you over for 5. But Jake Irvin, we do still love you, and we can't wait to start fading you again next March. You just missed it by a half inning. 4th and short, Beltway Ben.
We're going to go with a player prop here. Josh Allen over 124.5, basically 125 plus passing yards in the first half. I'm also going to give out as an official play over 219.5. It's his regular number, or his regular line. I think the Saints passing defense is awful, and he's faced bad passing defense. We saw week 1 what he did to the Ravens in the 4th quarter. But Joe Brady, it's felt like he just kind of sat a little bit and just let things go. And Josh Allen hasn't had to throw the football. Again, when your defense comes out in that Jets game and does what they did, that's what's going to happen. So I do think the passing game gets going a little bit today. They like to prop him up a little bit in certain spots. And this isn't me knocking him. Josh Allen's top 3 quarterback in the NFL. But in some spots, they have to build his numbers. They have to make him look good. And when I don't know that the defense, forces 5 picks in the first half. No, Spencer Rattler whatever that is. But I don't know that they come out and have 2 pick sixes, force a fumble, inside the red zone and really take that much away from him. It's not going to happen every game. So I do think Josh Allen has to throw the football a little bit today, and he should be picking the secondary apart, to be completely honest with you. So I like his regular passing yards, and I also like him to go over 124.5 in the first half.
4th and short is going to pick up on a motif we've been sort of discussing all week, and how we're attacking Jackson Dart in this first start against the Chargers. And we're on him to throw a pick. We're on the Chargers a couple of different ways in this game. But I'm looking at the best road first half defense in the league against what has been one of the worst bottom 3 road or home offenses in the first half in the league. And now you throw a rookie quarter into the mix against Jesse Minter's defense. The Chargers, since the start of last season, have played on the road 10 times. They've allowed 6 offensive touchdowns in the first half of those games. That's best in the NFL. If you just want to look at them in the first half across the board since the start of last season, 2nd in points allowed per drive in the first half, 3rd in touchdowns allowed per drive in the first half. It's pretty damn special. And on the road, since the start of last season, first half, number 1 in touchdown percentage, number 1 in points per drive, 1.09 points per drive. The Giants, 15 offensive touchdowns in the first half at home since the start of last season. That's 30th in the NFL. They are 30th in touchdowns per drive, 31st in points per drive in the first half at home since the start of last season. And I think Jackson Dart's going to have a little bit of a baptism by fire here. He will cost them a possession or 2. I think the Chargers might run the ball a bit and take some time off the clock and shorten things. So I am comfortable playing this under 10. Oh, yeah, and the Giants don't have a kicker. And they routinely play games without a kicker, and now they're having kicker shenanigans again. Overtime, Beltway Ben, and I'm going to say overtime and overtime again because we got some extra meat on the bone.
Well, you have 3 that you're going to give out. I had 2, but I'll give out 3 as well. So do you want to go 1-1-1 back? Yeah, because we're changing overtimes, right? So we should go
however you want to do it.
Yeah. All right, so I'll go 1. You go. All right, we'll do that because then it's double overtime and then triple.
Yes.
Sometimes you get triple overtime. It's crazy.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
True. All right. For first overtime, we're just going to take a lot of things down here. Josh Allen, 150-plus passing yards. Talked about it before. Ashton Gianti, 50-plus rushing yards. That's the one that kind of gets us here because that's, the best odds that we have here. Jerry Jeudy, 30-plus receiving yards. That's another one that's like he hasn't been great with Flacco. And he needs a different quarterback just because Flacco likes going to tight ends and different things.
He'll get one. Just give it a few more weeks. He'll get one.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know that he's going to love that. I don't know that he's going to love Dylan Gabriel, but he'll get a shot.
Right. And then Matthew Golden, 2+ receptions. He liked Jameis a little bit more because Jameis would just take the top off and chuck it down the field, and Jeudy could make plays that way. Yes. But Flacco doesn't. Flacco will do it occasionally, but not a ton. But we do really with this. He's gone over it in 2 of 3, and a lot of it's been garbage time. We could get that again, and a lot of people, quite honestly, think we'll get it again. And then Matthew Golden, 2+ receptions. I think he has a big week. I'm going to probably be on his regular yards. I was thinking about giving out, but didn't end up doing it. I think he's going to have a really big week here. So I'm playing him 2 catches. Don't even need to worry about yards with that. Last week, we know everybody talked about him running out of bounds on the one ball that he probably had the speed to take it to the house, but he didn't. But this is plus 123. These 4 legs all move down.
Overtime for me, Beltway Ben. A lot of times I'm looking to bring things down as much as I can and play off of that. But we're going to go a little bit bigger here on a couple of these. Really, the one we're doing that with is the line. Green Bay has scored 31 or more the last 5 times they've played Dallas. They eviscerate Dallas. They especially seem to like eviscerating Dallas in Jerry's world, and now they've got Micah Parsons on their side. Sometimes it is what it is. I know this game is public. A lot of people are on the Packers, but you got the Packers coming off a game in which they gave it away to Cleveland. It is a Dallas defense that is giving up 350 yards a game to opposing quarterbacks, 72+% completions, touchdowns all over the place. And I think Green Bay is one of the 3 best teams in the NFL. So I'm willing to say they win this game by double digits. I know LaFleur can take his foot off the gas sometimes. That's why I'm not playing this at 30 as much as I do think they score over 30. And again, they've scored 31 or more 5 times against these mooks. but we're going to play it at 27.5. Jordan Love throwing for 2 touchdown passes is not anything new to him. Dallas has already allowed 7 this year in just 3 games. And while I'm not sure there's going to be crazy volume in the pass game, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I like him to throw 2 touchdowns today. And we know that Jacobs is a touchdown machine. He's got a huge touchdown streak going. And they generally tend to like to get him in the end zone. And it's a Dallas defense that will comply. Second overtime, Beltway Ben. Let's go.
Yeah. I just mentioned it. Matthew Golden said he'll probably play him by himself. But here, we'll just play this. We'll just play this 70-plus rushing yards, which is basically plus money for Jonty, and then Matthew Golden, which is like plus 160. These 2 combined gets us to plus 411. If Jonty's going to have the day I expect him to, he should clear 70 as well. I broke down all the reasons why. This is not a 2-headed monster running back. Zamir White comes in to catch a few passes, and occasionally they'll get runs if they're getting blown out. But I don't know if they get blown out off the field today. I think Jonty is going to control the game, the run game, and do all that. And then Matthew Golden, 60-plus receiving yards. I mentioned it before. I like him for 2+ receptions, but he has that big playability. And week 1 was weird, but since Jayden Reed has gone down, we've seen him very involved. And they were inches away from hitting on a 70-plus yard pass twice that week. And then last week, as I said before, he still got going, went over his regular number, but was so close. If he runs down the sideline instead of going out of bounds, clears this easy. So again, we're combining these 2 things. They're both plus money, but we get plus 411 with a catch.
Yeah, they'll be explosive. They're facing no pass rush. I know
right.
their offensive line has an issue or 2, but and they don't need to have 7-step drops to get explosives either.
Right.
Second overtime for me. We're going back to the well. This was a horrible beat last week. We had this same thing in the Rams-Eagles game. Played it right around the same number. And if Jalen Carter falls on the football, it cashes. He took it to the house. That happened. It pushed the game over. We're taking this total. I think this game is under the 44.5, but we're going to take it up to 52.5. And Barkley's not having the same year he did a year ago. And we know they love the tush push while they can still tush push. And they're doing it as much as ever. And that's just what happens when they get in goal-to-go situations. So, there we go. Triple overtime, Beltway Ben.
Yeah, we don't
Let's
have
go.
graphics. We don't have
Raise the
graphics
roof.
for
We ran out of
overtime.
graphics, but just listen and take notes.
We ran out of graphics. Yeah, and triple. It's like the college football. They start going to the 2-point conversion. It gets a little different here.
Yes.
It gets a little different here. So I'm going to go with just 4 legs here. Jackson Dart, 25+ rushing yards. Lamar Jackson, 25+ rushing yards.
Like
DJ Moore, 30+ receiving yards. And Houston Texans on the money line. Jackson Dart, when they did throw him out there with Russ playing, it was all runs. And Jason mentioned it yesterday. It was a great comment. What'd you call him? A lot of frat boy energy. Like the kid, he thinks he's a little bit better than he is. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I do think he's going to be running for his life and trying to make plays. And he'll run a little bit and get some yards. 25+ should be no issue. The Chargers will get pressure on him. He's young. He's pretty fast. He should be able to get out of the pocket and make at least 2 fine runs with his legs. And I don't think we'll lose any yards with Niels late in the game with them winning. So I do like him 25+ rushing yards. Lamar Jackson, Spags has been solid against him, keeping him in the pocket and doing things. Lamar Jackson is going to run more this week. He didn't really blame himself for not running as much. And he made a fine point, but I do think he's going to have to against this Chiefs defensive line. DJ Moore, 30+ receiving, was inches away from giving him out. Regular receiving still might on the Super Discord. We still have a lot of time till that one. I do think that defense is bad against the pass, and he should have a big day against the Raiders. And then Houston Texans on the money line. Jason mentioned it earlier. That is, my survivor pool pick this week. I am going with the Texans. I don't think they lose here. Like a lot of times you don't like playing a team who hasn't won yet, a team due for a win, because you might say that about Tennessee. Well, Houston's home, and they also haven't won yet. So, and they've also been in games against good teams. I like the Texans to win today.
Yeah, we did not talk about that, but yeah, if I was still alive, that's where I'd be going. Triple overtime for me. We're back on this Giants game. We're going to play Chargers -5.5, and we've played this correlated to Herbert passing touchdowns, but I'm also going to play it at 225 or more passing yards. So that's Chargers -5.5, Herbert to throw for at least 225. That'll get you plus 145. He's throwing for 390 a game. The pass game is the strength of that team. They're trying to get Hampton going. They're trying to get the inside of their interior offensive line to be better with inside runs. It's not really there right now. But Herbert's in tremendous form. Bringing Keenan Allen back looks like a stroke of genius. Johnson could score from 40 or more deep. I like what they're doing in the red zone, letting Herbert run out, boot out, sell the legs, and throw it to McConkey or throw it to Keenan Allen. And I think we get some explosives in the pass game to help us with the touchdowns. And also the yardage, 225 for me, given the state of affairs, feels like a comfortable number. So that's our show. Beltway Ben, let everybody know again how we did last night because we keeps it real around here. There we go. That number at the bottom is what we've done since we did our first show with Katie Mox on May 21st. Katie, if you're watching, I'm sure you are, I will reach out to you. You have a Wanna Bet hoodie in your future. Ben, you've got 3. I'm going to try to get some into some other important people's hands. We'll see what we do with the elusive first dozen hoodies. You get all our plays in real time at the Super Discord. What's good for you tomorrow? Do we have some with Odyssey tomorrow, or is that too? That's
Wednesday. Tomorrow, EK's coming on with us, right?
Yeah.
10. I think 10. Is that
10?
Yes,
I got to see if I have to do that other thing. Did I do it last week? I did it last week, didn't I?
I'm not fully sure.
Bet sweats. It'll be
Did you?
10 or 10:30. I think it'll be 10.
Okay. All right.
I think I did it last week. It's every other week now, so it's just enough to confuse me. You want to bet. We want to bet. Thank you for wanting to bet with us. Let's crush it today, and we will see you tomorrow.